Wake up, Jacob. It is me, IP. You guys know the intro. This, I, how do I even, huh? What in the Frankenfood is going on here? Somebody needs to talk to me. Someone needs to talk to me and tell me what is going on. Please tell me what is going on. Another article. Another article. And I want to test you guys reading between the lines skills. Are you guys ready? Are you ready to read between the lines? Right? You guys ready for this? You ready? Okay. Now that you're ready. All right. It says FDA announces temporary flexibility policy regarding certain labeling requirements for foods for humans during COVID-19 pandemic. I'm going to let that simmer for a minute. Temporary flexibility policy regarding certain labeling requirements for foods for humans during this current time. I'm gonna let you guys. I'm gonna let that simmer, okay? But let's get into it a little bit, right? It says the U.S. Food and Drug Administration is issuing a guidance document to provide additional temporary flexibility. Now watch this. Now watch this, guys. Watch this. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration is issuing a guidance document to provide additional temporary flexibility in food labeling requirements to manufacturers and vending machine operators. The goal is to provide regulatory flexibility where appropriate to help minimize the impact of supply chain disruptions on product availability associated with the current C-19 pandemic. Okay? Now, I want you guys to understand what's going on here. They have flexibility on the labeling. Okay? I'm going to give it to you plain. Ingredients in certain products can change and they don't have to change the label. Let that sink in. Okay, it's entitled. Okay, no, normally they're going to give you nice, long, elaborate titles to where by the time you finish reading the title, you forgot what you were reading. Okay, so here's the title. It's called The Temporary Policy Regarding Certain Food Label Requirements During the COVID-19 Public Health Emergency, Minor Formulation Changes, and Vending Machines. That's what it's called. This guidance is one of several the FDA has issued to provide temporary flexibility to the food industry to help support the food supply chain and meet consumer demand during the pandemic. See, here's the thing. Because of the supply chain, when people put things to get together, so when they put their ingredients together, they have to get their ingredients from different places, right? So they're saying, hey, certain ingredients may not be available to us, so I can keep making my insert product there. So I may have to substitute a particular ingredient. Shalom, shalom, everyone. I may have to substitute a particular ingredient. And so the FDA is saying that, okay, well, since it's temporary, you don't have to relabel, make whole new labels or whatever. Just, if it was shortage on salt, you can put MSG in there. No problem. Just replace it, right? That's basically what it's saying. And you don't have to replace the label. You don't have to change the label. Okay? And then it says, first, the FDA is providing flexibility for manufacturing to make minor formulation changes in certain circumstances without making conforming label changes, such as making a change to the product ingredients without updating the ingredient list on the packaged food when such a minor change is made. For purposes of this guidance, minor formulation changes should be consistent with the general factors listed below as appropriate. General. Okay, are you guys getting this? Okay, so if they have flakes and everything. Look, so it's like if there is if you got to make a change, as long as it's minor, it's okay. So if you have something that is non-GMO, like an ingredient, non-GMO, now you can put a GMO in there, unless of course the label. Let's look at some of the guidelines. Okay. So it says, let's look at that. It has to be consistent with the general factors listed below. Right here, they have a couple of bullet points. Safety. The ingredient being substituted for the label ingredient does not cause any adverse health effects, including food allergens, gluten, sulfites, and other foods known to cause sensitivities in such people, for example, glutamate. So for instance, if something is gluten free, you shouldn't be able to put gluten in it because people have allergies. Okay, quantity generally present at 2% or less by weight of the finished product. Okay, so they got to be within 2%. You say it is 32 ounces, it needs to be 32 ounces, and you could be within 2% of that. Changes like that shouldn't happen. Bigger than that shouldn't happen. Prominence. The ingredients being omitted or substituted for the label ingredient is not a major ingredient in the product. For instance, you have a raisin bran. You might want to have raisins. Might want to have raisins. You might want to have raisins. Okay. Characterization ingredient. The ingredient being omitted, taken out, or not listed or substituted for the label ingredient is not a characterization ingredient. For example, omitting raisins as characterization of raisin bread, right? So you need raisins for raisin bread, raisin bran. You need raisins, right? So, but thing is, they could be any kind of raisins. Claims. An omission or substitution of the ingredient does not affect any voluntary ingredient content or health claims on the label. Okay, so it doesn't change a health claim, right? It doesn't change that on there. The nutrition is the last one. An omission or substitution of the label ingredient does not have a significant impact on the finished product, including nutritional differences or functionality, right? So you can't add if you have to substitute an ingredient and it adds like 100 more calories on there or something like that, they don't want you to do that. Guys, playing with your labels, man. Playing with your labels. Do you want to grow your own food now so you at least know what the hell's in it, right? And I don't even have all my own food, okay? I don't have that, but I know where I'm going. I know where I'm heading. These butter muffins will have you growing a third eyeball. You keep it up. Keep it up. You're gonna have two faces. Keep it going. Keep playing with these people. Now, we have lightened the restrictions on the label requirements. That's what they're saying. They call it flexible, but that's what they're saying. Okay. So basically, food supply is becoming so bad that they are authorizing more modifications to the food in order to keep it up with the demand. Yes, that is what's happening. Grant Hill. That is exactly what's happening. They are looking in the back. They say, "Hey, we're all out of XYZ ingredient. What else do we got? Well, we got sawdust. We got whatever, any kind of feeling, any kind of anything. Okay, anything. All right, let's use that. Put that in. Let's put that in there. Come on. Let's go. People want their food. Trying to make some doggone trail mix and some this is crazy. What do you guys got? We trying to make this granola. Well, we got some kitty litter. Okay, we'll bring that. Let's get that. I mean, come on, boy. You guys, you keep trusting these twat waffles out here, and you're gonna get caught up. I'm telling you. Just keep it up. Keep it up. It says specific examples are contained in the guidance. For example, an ingredient could be temporarily reduced or omitted, like green peppers, from a vegetable quiche that contains small amount of multiple vegetables without a change in the ingredient list on the label. Did you hear that? Substitution of certain oils may temporarily be appropriate without a label change, such as granola oil for sunflower oil, because they contain similar types of fat. So some of you people, y'all have some allergies or have some kind. I'm going to continue. Another formulation change for which we are providing temporary flexibility is the substitution of bleach flour. Now, I'm going to tell you where this article comes from. It comes from FDA.gov. That's where it comes from. FDA.gov, all right? Bleach flour. Okay, so some flours require the word bleached wherever the name of the food appears on the label. FDA is aware that currently there is a shortage of the bleaching agent used to bleach flour. Given significant supply chain disruptions for this ingredient during this time, FDA is providing temporary flexibility for the substitution of unbleached flour for bleached flour without a corresponding label change while there continue to be bleached flour shortages. Okay, now, bleached flour is not good for us, but they're just saying, hey, we'll let you can get the unbleached whatever, and you have to change the label. Just remember that door swings both ways. I understand bleached flour is not good for us, but Understand the doors swing both ways on this. Okay, if you can go one direction, you can go the other direction. The guidance also provides examples of existing flexibilities in food labeling regulations so that manufacturers know these are already available. One example is the flexibility to exchange spices when the label declares the generic term spice. So if it just says spice and you don't know what it is, you really don't know what it is. Okay, you have no idea. Okay, if it says spice, you don't know what's in there. Hmm. Hmm. That's what's going on. That is what's going on. It's Frankenfood out here, people. That's what's happening to us. So, food takes time to grow and to make, right? So you may want to get on the job. You may want to buy some seeds. You may want to start preparing some soil. Hey, it's too late for this year. Well, you better get ready for next year. Okay? Said, let me see what Nicole said. She said major name brand cereal. Let's see what you got there. Makers have been putting carcinogens in the cereal for years and were called out by FDA. Gave them 4 or 5 years to remove them. Yeah, well, guess what? It doesn't matter now. Think about that, Nicole Schuyler Hawkins. Think about it. It doesn't matter now. You can label what you put whatever you want because it's flexible right now, considering our lockdown. How about last little bit? It says second, the FDA is providing temporary flexibility to the vending machine industry and will not object if covered operators do not meet vending machines labeling requirements to provide calorie information for food sold in vending machines at this time. As a result of the C-19 pandemic, vending machine operators may need to change business practices and there may be temporary disruptions in the supply chain for food sold in vending machines. Where possible, FDA encourages covered vending machine operators to continue to comply with the vending machines labeling requirements. And after this is over, why should they? They're telling them you can fudge on the ingredients. That's what's going on here. They're saying they can fudge on the ingredients. That's what's going on. And it's FDA.gov. You can go see it for yourself. You can fudge on the ingredients. The damage has been done to millions of children. Help. So sad, cruel. Well, absolutely. That's what's going on. They already got you. Now, they don't even have a cloak for their deception. They're just like, well, it is what it is. I'm sure there's some manufacturers just saying, hey, we've been doing that. So okay, cool. It's what it's like. It's it's kind of like it's like the purge. That's kind of like what it is, right? So for the next 24 hours, you can put whatever in there. You do not have to change the label. You put just about whatever you want in there. Just about. Now, of course, they have some guidelines, but trust me, people don't always go by the rules. Can we agree on that? People don't always go by the rules. We got that. I'm telling you, these. So they want to add fake nutrients as well as human and bug. Yeah, they want to add fake nutrients. That's what it is, brother. Yo chin. They want to add fake nutrients. It doesn't have to, you want GMO, don't necessarily have to be GMO because, don't want to disrupt the supply chain. Particular spice, yeah, shalom, Ronnie Rayner. There's a particular spice, hey, it can be whatever. So, if you guys start getting sick and you trying to figure out, well, what's wrong with me? Why? Ooh, why my gut's bubbling? Why I have this headache? What is going on? I haven't eaten anything different. Maybe you have. Maybe you have eaten something different. Maybe you have. Think about that, guys. Oh my goodness. My goodness. Yeah. Yeah. I don't even know what's going on. Yeah. That I can't do this. I can't do this no more. I can't do this. It's just man. Look, let's talk about it. Like, share, subscribe, and give me your thoughts below. Israelite Prepper.